Hello everybody and welcome into week 5 of the SFA. We are here another week. If you're not sure what the SFA is, it's an online dynasty ran entirely through Discord. You don't need the game. You can recruit, you can set your schemes, you can set playbooks. Also, you can participate in a ton of different server games like fantasy football. We even have a fully functional sports book. So if you want to join, feel free. We have plenty of teams available. It's a lot of fun. Let me know if you can hear me here, and then we'll get started. We also have Patreon. So if you want to support me or the server, feel free to join that. And then you guys might run into an ad or two throughout the stream. It's because we're affiliated. So if you drop a Twitch Prime sub, all of that revenue goes into buying somebody a national championship trophy. Make sure you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. But yeah, week 5, coming into this game, not really a lot of upsets that I can remember. Except that really the pit game was kind of the biggest upset of the day so far. Can you hear me? I'm not starting until somebody says they can hear me. Yes, audio is good. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. BearCave here. Let me get my graphic ready and then we'll get started. I'm a little bit discombobulated today. I had a really shit day at work, so I'm kind of like not prepared. Okay, so first game is Arkansas State at UNLV. We're not quite sure if Chet Doge is going to be back or not for this game. So let's see. So we got quite a lot of Sunbelt games going on today. But Llama, if you're here, let me know, kick or receive. Alright, I don't see him in here, so we are just going to go ahead and get started. So it does look like Arkansas State is going to be without Chet Doge, their biggest offensive weapon. And here we go, obviously in the Dome, one of the darkest stadiums in the game. Arkansas State, the Sunbelt winners last year. UNLV trying to take over the Mountain West. There's Dyron Satterfield. Arkansas State is ranked. Alright, so we just give them a good kick there. And we are off here in week 5. Quick score for Arkansas State, but they didn't convert. There's the touchdown. So it looks like Arkansas State is not missing Chet Doge unless I see him here. I don't think he's playing, though. And UNLV still can't get on the board. Dyron Satterfield, Darren Archer can't do anything so far. Everyone just talks about Chet Doge, but maybe this defense is pretty good as well. But, oh boy, 17-7 as we head to the fourth quarter. It looks like they are about to score potentially. Next change possession. No, they turned it over. And okay, there you go. UNLV brings it back within a touchdown. And that is going to be a punt. So UNLV is getting the ball back, and they are driving hard and fast. First and goal, and UNLV takes a late lead. And who else? Jermaine Gresham with the touchdown. So the guy coming from the transfer portal who went -5, everyone said Llama was shit for it, gets him a potentially game-winning touchdown. The guy who he actually got from the transfer portal from Arkansas State. So a bit of a revenge game right there, as we are now 3rd and 8 for Arkansas State. And no, 4th and 2. So they're actually going to punt it here. All right, so UNLV has the advantage now. All they're going to need is 1 first down. Thought it was 3rd and 8. It already simmed the next play, whatever. We jump on in now with UNLV. Dyron Satterfield and Darren Archer. Can they finish the game? 1 first down likely does it. Handoff there. Darren Archer up the middle. He gets a nice 9-yard gain. They can probably still survive giving up 1 more first down, but unlikely. A handoff up the gut, and Darren Archer gets the ball. All right, Llama looking to take down the reigning Sun Belt champions. This would not look good for the Sun Belt versus Mountain West, who is the biggest conference shitter. Handoff, Darren Archer, and that time they get him down the backfield. But is it a little too late? 1:51. It does look like they'll get the ball back with like 20 seconds left, maybe. And another handoff here. Oh my, look at the moves from Darren Archer, and that's going to be the game. Weaving in and out of the defense, 15 yards, and that is the exclamation point. Llama, look at you go. This was the push game for those in the CC Sportsbook, so the spread does not matter here. Oh, Dyron, he's going to keep it now up the gut. Remember, as long as they don't fumble, this game is over. Once again, Florida man losing his parlay on the first game of BearCave. Your long parlays are never going to work. Handoff, Darren Archer. He stiffies a man. He stiffies another. Oh, Darren Archer, touchdown. UNLV adding insult to injury. Oh, my. Llama making this game personal. You steal their tight end, and now you run it down their throats. Definitely an interesting take, and a lot of you guys who submitted Darren Archer for fantasy football are happy about that one, as we are up 2 scores. So after this kickoff, I will be simming. Oh, wait a second. We got some pancakes. Russ Smith popping off. So Arkansas State loses one here. Luckily, though, it is out of conference. And they are without their best player, arguably the best player in the country. So kind of expected for you to lose without your best player, especially on the road. Darren Archer, though, popping off 3 touchdowns. So if you had him in fantasy football, that is a great start to the week. So another top 25 loss here. Not really a crazy simmed games. It's really every single week we do this in the SFA. There's always at least one type of game that is ridiculously crazy. So it's always either the sim games go crazy, BearCave goes crazy, or game day goes crazy. Sometimes we get a little bit more. The last couple weeks it's been game day. So we'll see if BearCave, that's a good start. Next up, though, is we have UCF at Virginia. So, Florida man, let me know heads or tails, kick or receive. And then I'm going to go through these stats real quick. Jermaine Gresham got that game-winning touchdown. Satterfield popping off there. Darren Archer, obviously. Jermaine Gresham. And then on defense, Delta O'Neal got himself an interception. All right, Arkansas State Ford. He couldn't do anything without his man, who is not back. Man, this team gets so much worse. Oh my, 4 sacks, 22 tackles. Welcome Kevin Mann to the player of the week, and likely into my next round one of the projections for drafts. He was a guy who I was considering with his career stats. That kind of a game puts you right back into the conversation. Holy cow. So he'll probably jolt up into the first round next time I do that. Yeah, 8 TFLs as well. So Kevin Mann just dominating the middle of the field. As always, I do have to get my players of the week. Give me a second here. Give me a second. All right. So UNLV. And remember, guys, our game day this week is a big one. The New Heights Classic. The start of our neutral site stadium series, whatever you want to call it. It's going to be a blast. All right, so next game up is that UCF at Virginia. I put a lot of money on you, Florida man, to cover. So you better cover here. Tails and kick. It's a very even matchup overall-wise. Obviously, Virginia has been playing a lot better, but in terms of the matchup, I just felt like UCF has a chance to at least cover in this game. So we'll see, though. Virginia took out their former coach, so we'll see if they can dominate Florida man. We'll see. We'll see. Two of the best rushing offenses in the country. Just keep it within 2 scores, Florida man. That's all I want from you. I'm not expecting a win. You know, Virginia has been a good team over the last 2 years. But they are historically a shitter. So, all right. So, tails. And you did not win the toss. So, you will receive. Sir, my parlay is what puts food on the table. All right. First quarter here. 0-0. Oh, a quick score for UCF. They get, oh my, UCF got a safety and another touchdown. So a quick start. UCF has a lot of momentum here today, and they go up more. This is the catastrophe Dogwater was talking about, but they do get back within 9. What a first quarter, or first half here for UCF. Oh my. Can they keep it going, though, here in the second half? No scores. Oh, another one. There you go. They are up 15 currently. Looking good for the Sickos parlay, my guy. All right. And remember, I can't jump in until we get back within 1 score. But Virginia just has done nothing here. So 29-14, 2 minutes left. It's looking a bit out of reach. And another fumble. And they still can't score. Dan Daly finding the same red zone woes he had against Syracuse last year. And UCF takes down Virginia. We have 2 top 25 upsets already on the day. Look at UCF go. Florida man looking like a genius out here. I mean, Thomas Horn, he didn't do anything for you, but on the ground, 179, 3 touchdowns from Calvin Parker. He is your offense. And then receiving-wise, Jason Anderson, you didn't really do anything there. But your defense must have stepped up. You got 2 sacks from Sean Griffin. Do we get any interceptions or anything? No, it must have just been converting on or the conversions. Let's see what happened with Virginia. So Dan Daly, 18 of 42. So your pass defense kind of came in clutch. They didn't do anything on the ground. Oh my, what an upset here. I was thinking they could cover. I didn't think they'd actually go out and win the thing. As Seven Cloud, the SFA player, 2 tackles. All right, so BearCave, 2 games, 2 upsets. The over-under here, 39-43. I believe the under hit. I'm not sure what that under was. But in terms of UCF won outright for BearCave, and remember, Patreon members, you guys have a gift card on the line this week to NFL Shop. All right, now here's another big game. A game where I actually put money on Buffalo for once, so hopefully my hater energy can cause Buffalo to lose. Pinstripe, heads or tails, kick or receive. We all want to see Flynn Sanders take down Pinhead. Jay Jetta's the NFL Shop, though, in the summer, they're running a lot of great deals. So, like, I got 2 gift cards. I used one for myself, and I'm giving you guys the other one. So I was able to get a sweatshirt, a pennant, and something for my girlfriend for the $50. All I had to do was, like, pay $2 or something over. Dog order, I got it for work, so I didn't get to choose. It's just NFL Shop, so whatever's on there. Boo, Mike. Boo. All right, Buffalo. Tails and kick. All right. All right, tails and kick. Arch Manning, Michael Morris out here. 2 first-round picks, most likely next year. Against Rashad Banks. Come on, Flynn Sanders. You're the generational talent for a reason. Do something. All right, 0-0 here quickly. Buffalo finally gets on the board. They are without Calvin Tyrell, I believe. So that could be an impact here. They are definitely without Thrash Daniels. But once again, they're up 3 scores right now. Okay, up 31-7, and App State doesn't look like they are going to be coming back here today. Buffalo just too good for them. Unless... Okay, hold your horses, folks. Are we going to see another Buffalo choke? Nope, never mind. It was good while we had it. They were feeling themselves for about a half a second. Oh, hold on, hold your horses here. All right. It is a 10-point game. And they get a field goal. All right. Come on, Flynn Sanders. Flynn Saunders, please. Fumble recovered by Andy Clapp, and that is going to be the game. Honestly, only a 13-point lead for Buffalo. They do not cover. So Buffalo doesn't cover. But they still get the win, so my money line part of my parlay works out. Graham Roth popping off, Ames, and then a Krong Barron, an SFA player, 101-yard return. Then you got Antoine Randall getting involved. Arch Manning running it. Then you got Nelson. Then you got more Roth. So Roth is popping off this year for you, Pinstripe. 5 touchdowns for Arch, 400 yards. Paulo Ames, 100 yards. Roth 6 and got 2 tutties. Schultz didn't really do much. Pringle, Lakiki, Stabler popping off. And then 5 TFLs and a sack for Michael Morris. Barney Fish. Billy Zoots, did he do anything? No, he did not. Andy Clapp got the fumble recovery. You got a sack for John Elevate. Big day here for Buffalo. Now let's see what... Flynn Saunders, 39. Okay, so Flynn Saunders kind of popped off. So the I set the over-under lines this week because they have been way too high lately. they've been way too high. So I used a new formula, and it's based on the team's actual results. So this one, it was kind of 46.5 is basically saying, okay, Buffalo's probably going to win like 35-0 or something, right? Maybe 35-10 or something. But what the formula didn't see happening in this game was App State scoring 35 points. So it's not a terrible line. It's just it thought Buffalo was going to do to App State what's been happening to App State is they just get bludgeoned, but it didn't end up happening in this one. All right. So no, we're not going to have all upsets here today, unfortunately. But moving on now, we get a little SEC action, a team who we've basically been watching unfold all season long. We're going to see LSU and Texas. Yeah, my spreads are very good that I can just do by myself. But the over-unders we need to improve on. The LSU is a 7.5 point favorite here. If Skyflyer is here, let me know heads or tails, kick or receive. Yeah, no, I've done really well setting spreads, but the over-unders we still got to work on a little bit here. Those will get honed in at some point, but just got to kind of find the feel. And it's also so tough, too, because sometimes it's just like for no reason a super low game. I'm not using the spreadsheet tool, Mango. Ree! I'm not relying on a third-party tool every single week. It'd take me so much longer. All right, LSU. Top 10 team now. And Texas with a quick score. Oh, baby, Texas, are they coming to play? 17-10 here in the first. LSU coming out flat-footed, but that's what they've done all year. They've been coming from behind all... Oh, boy, 21. Okay, Texas. Oh, but here comes LSU. No, are they too far behind? Oh, my God, 21. What is this Texas team? I have no idea what this Texas team is. Like, LSU has been so good all year long, and this Texas team lost to Akron like this, in this exact same type of a sim. What in the world are we watching this year? And just like that, Texas destroys them. Texas popping off today. Sal Easton, I guess, finally figured it out. Is he just completely owned these twats? Look at Sal Easton go. Holy shit. All right, well, we'll check on Joe Munoz first. He was less than inspiring today. They held William Keller under 100 yards. Terrell Pryor didn't do much. And then on the defensive side, they didn't do anything here. Bandit only got a couple tackles for loss. No pressure whatsoever. God, what happened? Sal Easton, 7 tutties as a true freshman. 476. Sal Easton is him. He finally figures it out. The boy, the New Jersey boy. Holy hell. And then Todd Phillips popping off as well. Nobody submitted, and Eric Cox and Cedric Parks just cooked these cornerbacks. And then on the defense side, you got a couple sacks here, an interception. It's just glorious here for Texas. So Texas is now 2-2. Are they in fact back? Sal Easton, I did not see him. Did not see that coming. So it looks like today is in fact a ridiculous BearCave day. We've had 3 of 4 upsets. Of course, the one I really wanted to happen doesn't happen. Boo, Buffalo, boo. But all right, now we have the Sickos game of the week. This is such a fun game because it's Fink versus Jay Jettas, 2 of the most prominent users. But it's right after Kansas just had the most epic chond of their life. All right. So who has more turnovers? More turnovers. More interceptions, actually. That's what we're going for. Is it going to be Kyle White? Or is it going to be Remmers? If they tie, I'm just going to refund it probably. So use your Bobanos here. Go, 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 go. You got a whole minute here. Think if you're here, heads or tails, kick or receive. Jay Jettas, if he doesn't answer, drop whether you want to kick or receive here. Yeah, so Jay Jettas also just switching his offense right before this game. So you switching your offense to Air Force might impact the rating, or you have in-season progression. All right, couple seconds left here on this one. And for those of you guys who think Oklahoma is going to easily win this game, Kansas has won this game 2 years in a row. These two play every single year, it seems. So Fink did not respond. He's not here for his game, probably because last week he watched it happen live and it was rough. So trying a little something out. Here we go. Oklahoma. So Kansas trying to overcome the biggest embarrassment of their life. Oklahoma had a tough couple losses in a row, so they're trying to get back on the horse, so to speak, back on the schooner. And oh boy, 3-0 early, 7-3 now, Oklahoma. And a low-scoring game potentially incoming here. Defenses going crazy. Oklahoma extends the lead, but Kansas responds. Kansas, this is a decent team. Oh, Kansas takes the lead. Oklahoma. Kansas owns you. Okay, they get back within 3. Oh, Kansas gets a field goal, something they couldn't do last week. And Oklahoma takes the lead. This could be coming back down to a field goal, which would be hilarious. But Oklahoma has the ball back. 4th down. And they punt. That was a weenie hut punt. As we're getting down into the nitty-gritty inside 4 minutes. Getting close here. It's a 1-score game. 4th and 7. The 48-yard field goal is no good for Oklahoma. Or it's blocked, actually. So Kyle White takes over. Down 1. Can Kansas do it? Kyle White trying to make up for the most terrible game of his life. And oh boy, that got interesting quickly. Kansas trying to blame their loss on to Ohio on the rain. What can Fink do today here? Kyle White, he got the starting job back. He fakes it. Is he going to yam that? He does. Oh, triple coverage. It's picked off the deflection. Oh, Oklahoma takes the ball backwards. And Kyle White does it again. He chokes another game. Will this stand is the question. It stands! So off the deflection, Kyle White, triple coverage, chokes another game. Now Kansas has to... Oh my! McCormick! He blows up an offensive lineman and blows up Jerome Jones in the backfield. Kansas is not done, folks. 2nd and 12. Remmers hands this one off. Jones to the outside. Can McCormick get him? He does, barely. But he goes out of bounds. So they hold on to the timeout. That's huge. So big choke there for Jerome Jones. Now can Kansas get the stop? They're crowding the line. Hand off to Jones. Oh no, the counter doesn't work. Patrick Chung takes him down in another field goal attempt on the way. Can Oklahoma take the lead? This kick really will push it to where they have to score a touchdown, and he does hit it. All right, so the interception really doesn't impact the result quite that much. Now instead of a field goal, Kansas does need a field goal or a touchdown. How was that blocked the last time? So Kansas still has a chance. Kyle White is just trying to flirt with disaster here as we get a decent return up the sideline by William Manson. Kyle White, this is your chance. You've had quite the career. He has transferred the most out of any player in SFA history. He started his career at Notre Dame. He transferred to Coastal Carolina, and then he found Fink. And he has just been an interception master his whole career, trying to rectify that here. And oh no, he gets sacked. Not a good start to the redemption drive. 2nd and 19. And they're going to come out and do what we love to see, a spike. So 3rd and 19 with a minute left. They still have one timeout. You just love Kyle White so far today. Pick into triple coverage and a 9-yard sack that just perfectly encapsulates his career. 3rd and 19 here. They fake the handoff. He throws that. He finds J.J. Justice, who might be the only person on this team who's competent even a little bit. And it's 4th and 1, though. So clock is ticking. They need a touchdown. 4th and 1, game on the line. Oklahoma could get a stop here. Kyle White. Oh, he's going to get hit. No, he yams it deep instead. 1-on-1, and it's dropped. Craig Williams with the deflection. He was looking for Grant, the man who made the play last week, and that's going to be the game. What a yam there. He wanted it all, and he didn't do it, and Oklahoma escapes. For the first time in 3 years, they beat the pesky Jayhawks. Jay Jettas is him. Jay Jettas will go back to 3-2. Kansas will fall to 2-2. Neither of their seasons are even close to over. They can always still. Luckily for Kansas, 2 out-of-conference losses. Unfortunately for Oklahoma, 2 in-conference losses. So Oklahoma avoids the upset at home. Remmers had a good day, 3 total touchdowns. So Oklahoma, that is a no cover for them. So we had, so far. I don't know why I said so far twice, but UNLV won. You had UCF win outright, Buffalo no cover, Texas outright, and Oklahoma no cover. So we've yet to see a cover today. Interesting. Interesting. All right, so let's see what the prediction brought us today. Remember, folks, we got a full slate of games still on the right side of the graphic, followed by a game day, followed by recruiting later tonight. All right, so you got Harris, got Tutty, Jerome Jones. All right. So Remmers, he had 1 pick. Tyrell Keys popping off. Callahan, Jay Phoenix as well. All of your good players. You got an interception from Steve Hines. Andrew Sendejo didn't do much. And then Kyle White, he also had 1 pick. All right, so it tied. So we'll see if there was one more turnover. If there wasn't, then we are just going to have to refund the prediction. Makita didn't throw away the game this week, even though they still lost. All right, so was there another turnover for the tiebreaker? No, 1 versus 1. So for the result here today for the first prediction, it is going to be a refund. There was no winner. Madden Proctor had the 14 pancakes. A beast. SFA linemen are the best. All right. Now we are on to the Patreon game of the week, which is Troy at Georgia Southern. Coco, if you're here, kick or receive. And for the Babanas here today, I'm going to, since we haven't seen a cover yet, will J. Sow cover? The line is 5.5. You guys got a minute here. Start the prediction. I don't see Coco yet, so will Coco cover this game? 5.5 favorite, nobody. That's how I say it. What is it? Gusso? J-Sow? All right. Yeah, I prefer Middle Georgia State because geographically that's what they should be called. Is Statesboro's literally right in the middle of Georgia. All right, enough of the directional Georgias. Now Troy is missing the #1 recruit from last season. Hephaestus Ames, I believe, is still out. Well, yeah, it's in the coast, but if you're looking from north to South Georgia, it's literally smack dab in the middle on the coast. I'm talking from north to south, it's in the middle. All right. Georgia Southern, this might be their first appearance on stream this season. So Josh Johnson, JJ69, only musters a whole 3 points in that first quarter. Remember, they do have a new running back, SFA player, Trey Inners. Now they're up 16, so Troy really needs to get on their horse here in the second half as they've not done anything yet. Is JSOW going to give us a shutout? I don't think we know. All right, no shutout. They did get the 2-point conversion, so can Troy do something here? Make this a little interesting. Nice little drive going, and nothing happens there. All right, so Georgia Southern now up 2 scores. Can they finish this? Boom, there it likely is. Up 22. Georgia Southern very likely to cover at this point. And a fumble recovery by them, and no good. 33-8. So, yes, Georgia Southern did cover. Alexander got a couple touchdowns. Trey Inners scored 2 as well. Josh Johnson, 3 touchdowns. Trey Inners, 107 yards in his stream debut. He also got one there. The redshirt senior, Robbie Tyson, 3 tackles for loss and a sack. Albert Ashcherry, the bust from this past season, 3 tackles for loss, and Kyle Brookins as well, popping off. And then for Troy, they didn't really do much. They're missing their best player, so, really can't expect much from that. All right, so payout. They did cover, and it was actually the lesser of the 2 options, so big payout there. Oh, dearest Fink. Yeah, so they didn't cover the 10-point spread, so you lose your parlay. So for BearCave, you get a point for picking the cover, but them not covering. Think it was all Kyle White this time. All right, Florida State at NC State. This one's going to be a fun one. As we go on to the right side of the graphic, which is the big-time games here. So Dierico, Claxton, can he continue a great freshman year? Heads or tails, kick or receive if you are here. Jackie Moon. Heads or tails, kick or receive. Ja'Cory Williams, what can he do today? NC State last week won on a walk-off. An unneeded walk-off, to be fair. All they need to do is kick a field goal. They decide to run it in. Tails and kick. Look at this conference. This is shaping up as Louisville and Wake are looking to get demoted here, potentially. If Buffalo and ECU keep on winning, those will be the 2 who are out. All right, this one has big, basically mid-card implications. He said tails and kick. Everybody going tails and kick today. This time, it hasn't worked out for any of you guys today. All right, first quarter, and a quick touchdown for MC State, but they mess up the extra point. Still 6-3 here after 1 quarter, so neither team giving an inch. Florida State trying, not really doing much on the offensive end, as this is continuing to be a low-scoring game. Holy smokes, 13-3 now. And I believe this one was potentially the lowest over-under I set, right? So, staying on pace. And they can't get it in. He's sacked on 4th and inches. Oh, dear Lord. And, okay, 16-10. I believe this was this the lowest over-under I set? Can somebody confirm? I think I put this at like 39. All right, here we go. So 16-10 as we hit 2 minutes. Can Florida State win it? Dierico Claxton now. He finds a wide open man. I believe that's Amon-Ra. Oh no, that's Terry Nichols, the SFA player. This is the over/under 38. We're currently at 26. That line worked out. So that makes me think that we are on our way to figuring out these lines. I was a little nervous. There's Amon-Ra Leuha, another SFA player. He was an in-game recruit from last year. So D'Erico Claxton, his top 2 targets are SFA guys, Terry Nichols and Amon-Ra Leuha. All right, D'Erico here. They need a touchdown. He finds Terry Nichols again. Can NC State hang on, keep the perfect season alive? D'Erico, he tosses that out wide and a beautiful throw. Terry Nichols hangs on. D'Erico Claxton is cooking here late. The freshman quarterbacks, the freshman SFA guys are playing very well today. First and 10, a minute left. They still have all 3 timeouts. They can just settle in here. Oh my! He tried to force it in, and Lee Hunt almost takes it the other way. Remember, NC State does have SFA player Colby Cobble in the middle of that defense, the right outside linebacker. So you got to watch out for him. Second and 10 now. Still plenty of time. And beautiful block in here as they get a 9-yard gain on the ground. NC State is currently covering. The line is 3.5. The over-under is 38.5, I believe. So 3rd and 1 now. Inside the 20. Plenty of time here. D'Erico. Over the middle, and he fits it in there, and Amon-Ra Leuha, he hangs on. The freshman in-game wide receiver. 1st and goal. That was definitely a risky throw, but you got to trust the freshman's instincts. 1st and goal, can they take the lead? D'Erico, beautiful pocket, and he just sails it out of the back of the end zone. He didn't like what he was looking at. "53 seconds, 2nd and goal from the 5. Come out in the pistol. Leuha, 1-on-1 at the bottom of your screen. He floats it, though, the other way, and they call it a catch. Terry Nichols, what a catch. He tiptoes in the back of the end zone, but will it stand? It does. We are going to have to take another look at that because, holy shit, there's no way he caught that. There's no way Terry Nichols just caught that in the back of the end zone. You never see that caught. We will be taking a look at that one. The ACC refs might be getting a penalty for throwing a game here for NC State. That was horrendous. All right, so the over-under now, if NC State scores, I think the over will barely hit. But can they do what they did to Pitt last week? A walk-off winner. They only need a field goal. 17-16. NC State, the perfect season on the line. He's going to yam that one. Triple coverage, and Ja'Cory Williams, he had an easy game-winning pick right there, but he just puts the hand up, knocks it down. Second and 10 now. Oh, and running it with David Wilson, probably not the best idea when you have 30 seconds left. So 3rd and 11 now. They're rushing back to the line. Man in motion. NC State's going to have to start cooking something. And they're not snapping the ball. Not sure what the plan is here. NC State is choking the game. Oh, no. Something's not happening correctly. Yes, it's 17-16. They're losing. Does the quarterback not know they're losing? So last play of the game, and he just dumps it off to the tight end, and that is it. NC State's perfect season is over. Oh. Something went wrong here. Miscommunication at the line or something. But my God, we got to take a look at that final touchdown because in my eyes, it looks like they just all threw this game. Dogwater, if you win the gift card, it's because you threw this game. You paid the ACC refs off. Something. There's no way that was a touchdown to Terry Nichols, and then there's no way that they just didn't even try. That was wild. That's one of those where you'll see the tweets where I know the SFA is rigged now. Sorry, I just watched it live. Like, there's no way he got a foot in there. Well, we're going to take a look. We're going to take a look. Yeah, whoever you must be glad we don't have ACC or conference commissioners because right now, man, I'd be right in your face. But this is how it looked here. Let's see the stats before we look at the play. Derek O'Claxton got 2 touchdowns. They ran for over 100 yards. Terry Nichols and Leuha popped off. That's what you like to see. And then on defense, Montoya for 14 tackles. Lashard Weeks had 7 himself. He got a couple sacks here. Drake Eklund, 3 tackles. Nice, nice, nice. All right, and then we'll check out NC State. The freshman, Leroy Smith, David Nelson, only 100 yards. He's really having a poor year compared to his previous performances. And on defense, 2 sacks for Terrence Fuller. Sack for Williams. Colby Cobble didn't really get involved this week. All right. Yeah, let's take a look at that highlight. View the replay here. Okay. There's no way. How do you throw this ball? Like, sure, if it's a jump ball, but, like, he just bullet passed it. Like, what are you doing? Bolden, you idiot. Okay. So, man, you tell me if that foot is still down. I don't think so. I don't think so, folks. Unless... Is that foot still down when he gets possession? Ooh. Man, oh man, oh man. NC State got screwed. It probably was a catch, but for them not even to take a look at it is wild. So Jackie Moon gets an iffy one. All right, next up is now we got Wisconsin at Ohio State. Wisconsin bursting onto the scene this season. They have been kind of in the shitter for the last couple of, for basically the whole modern era. So the new coach of Wisconsin, if you're here, let me know, heads or tails, kick or receive. Yeah, maybe Quick Sim doesn't let me see the tails and kick for Coach Tribe. Welcome in. This is your first stream game. Oh, boy. You got Ohio State. Then next week you have ECU. Not two of the basically the top 4 teams in the country back-to-back. Can they keep it going behind the senior SFA player Kim Stingley at running back? Both at the top of their divisions. We're going to see it's basically the top of the West versus the top of the East. The West has never won a Big Ten championship in the SFA, so heavy favorites for Ohio State and Michigan State incoming here today. Tails and kick. Everybody's going tails and kick today. Will it work? Yes, it does. Yeah, that North Texas game is inflating the numbers for sure. All right, can Wisconsin just keep this close to the end of the game? That's all that really matters. And a quick touchdown for Ohio State. Nice little drive there, though, for Wisconsin. So, hey, as long as you are in it to the end, that's all you care about. And you just got to get some stops. All right, they are still within a touchdown here as we hit halftime. Ohio State takes the lead, though, 21-14. Can Wisconsin tie it up? They know they get a field goal. All right, they're still there. They go. They take the lead. All right. Can Ohio State get that lead back? Yes, they do. We are in for a good one here, folks. As Wisconsin, 4th and 6, they don't get it, so they go for it. And now they have to get a stop. Remember, we do not jump in till we're at the 2-minute mark here. 4th and 11, let's jump on in. They are going to punt it, so they're going to have to stop Ohio State here to get the ball back. But Wisconsin truly impressing everybody out here today. They have all 3 timeouts. Can they get a nice punt? No, it doesn't. So Wisconsin's had so many more plays here today. More first downs, but less score. They just haven't been able to finish these drives. But Wisconsin, can they get a stop on defense? This is our first look at this brand new looking Ohio State team. This is not the same Ohio State team that's made playoff 4 straight years. Got Malik Nicholson back from injury. We didn't see him in the playoffs last year. It's our first gameplay of them since they blew the Rose Bowl to Clemson. Lee Sanders under center, the brand new quarterback. Hand it off. No, they're going to throw it over the middle, and he connects. Very risky there from Ohio State, but it works out. So now, one more first down, and this game is over. Coach Tribe, he has to cook something. Ohio State needs a touchdown to cover. They fake the half. They're throwing it again. Another open man. Phil Hammond this time. They're letting Lee Sanders off the leash here when all you need to do is run it a few times. Will they continue to risk the game? Up 4. All they need is a first down. Handoff up the middle, and Malik Nicholson gets it there. Just hang on to the rock, and you can go home a winner. Ohio State is looking to survive. Handoff now. Nicholson up the middle. Just don't fumble the ball. He's having one hell of a day. You wonder if he wasn't injured last year, would Ohio State be on the cover right now? Be raising the trophy. 2nd and 7. Looks like they're going to run a real play here again. Handoff now. Another power run. Nicholson. Did he fall out of bounds? No, he stayed in bounds. That's the game. Assuming that they don't be stupid. All right, so Ohio State hangs on. They do not cover, but a win is a win. 4-0 for Ohio State. But Wisconsin putting on quite the showing, really scaring the folks out in Greenville for their game next week. So the Ohio State juggernaut continues another week. I'm very impressed, though, with this Wisconsin team. Remember, folks, we only have a couple of games left here in BearCave. Immediately following, we will have the debut of the New Heights Classic. Our Week 5 game day is at a neutral site. First time ever in a regular season game. Arizona and Tennessee taking on each other. Following game day, we will have Week 5 recruit results, and Week 6 recruits will be debuted, as well as watch out for Week 6. We have massive change, massive announcement coming out in Week 6. Plus, don't miss halftime of game day today, as we will be revealing who is going into the Hall of Fame this season. So lots of announcements coming out here today. Stick around as Dan Katz gets a touchdown. Hello, the transfer from Western Michigan. We love to see that. Dan Katz got another one! So Fink is, if you're here, let's go. Dan Katz popping off. Cedric Morris, you know what? A lot to be happy about if you're Wisconsin here today. Sure you didn't get, sure you didn't get the W, but man, a lot to be happy about considering where this team has been the last couple of years. All right, and now Lee Sanders. He didn't even have to pass much. It was all Nicholson all day. Brand new looking wide receiver group here, so maybe that is a weakness for Ohio State. But the defense, obviously, Derwin Rainey, SFA player, Adam Richard. You got Brandon Lewis, Lewis Brooks, RJ Ware, SFA player. Nothing from Sean Storm, 7 tackles. So very, very good defense. All right, only a couple games left in BearCave. Next one is going to be Georgia at Notre Dame. 2 teams that absolutely have a history of choking. They love to choke. Don't know how neither of these teams have a national championship yet, but that's just kind of where we are in the SFA. Georgia, the most successful winningest regular season program, but they always somehow have 3 losses. So who can get it done? Both had good starts. Georgia did stumble once. This is a CPU versus CPU game, so no need to ask chat for heads or tails, kick or receive. As this game line is the highest of the week, 67.5 on the over-under. As obviously Notre Dame has been popping off early as the top team. But, oh boy, we got rain in South Bend. Not looking good for the over-under. That's what you like to see, especially if you went in on the Sickos parlay. We have 2 legs left. We're 1 for 1 right now. Yeah, this was a game day snub. This would have been fun, but once again, non-users likely going to be in it at the end of the season, so we'll probably see them a little bit more later on down the line. But Notre Dame, after a couple years of being irrelevant, are back this year looking to... They have a history of always being snubbed in the playoff. Georgia, just when they make the playoff, they suck, and just being a good regular season team. All right, so Georgia heads... and they lose. So Notre Dame is going to be kicking first. Rainy day here in South Bend. As what is going to happen here? Notre Dame starts it out 3-0, 6-0, 7-6. All right, there you go. Dirty day here in South Bend. 13-7 now. Notre Dame pulling away. So is Notre Dame for real? No, Georgia coming back. Brian McBrien is not going to give it that easily. Second half, Georgia adds a field goal, still within a score. Now no one's scoring. There you go. Georgia takes the lead. Currently, we're at 47 for the over-under with 1 quarter left. It's a 1-point game as we got a... Oh, boy. So Notre Dame takes the lead now, a 2-point lead. We're going to go one at a time, seeing if Georgia can get this lead back. Remember, we'll jump in when it gets close. 4th and inches, 2 minutes, 20 seconds left. Let's take a look. Let's watch it. Can Georgia extend and get the lead? Bobby Doucette, one of the best kickers in the country, puts it home, no problem. Georgia takes the lead. Molly Moo, welcome in. Is that Molly Moo, or is that just dog water in a different color? Oh my, getting just flashbanged there. All right, Notre Dame down 1 at home, 2 minutes left, 3 timeouts. What can they do? Oh, we get a stiffy there. Thrown back to the days of Miles Gooch. The days of Lamar Miller at Notre Dame. Those were fun. But now they got Bart Rogers, SFA quarterback. But brand new looking team. Thad Mooney is down on the depth chart. He is there in the slot. He's number 5. Bart Rogers does complete it, but that goes nowhere. Gonna have to do better than that against an SEC team. So Georgia, we really haven't seen a lot of Bart Rogers throughout of his career. He is doing incredible things right now as they come out empty again. Thad Mooney, former number 2 recruit in the slot. He dumps that one off to Whitlock again, and he goes nowhere. So 3rd and 7 now. Not really a great drive so far here for Notre Dame. Still plenty of time. No need to worry as they're dumping it off again and another first down. Joe Rust this time. They're still empty. Bart Rogers. Plenty of time. So this line is doing great. Oh my God! Peter Woods just got destroyed. The spear absolutely murders that man. That is the hit of the week for sure. See the way he just absolutely folded. Bart Rogers, another first down. Lauren Robertson, he was in the Heisman race last week, I believe. He fell out after missing a week due to injury. Bart Rogers goes over 300 yards. Rogers, he's yamming this one. He has a receiver. Oh, what a beautiful throw. And somehow Peter Woods has the wherewithal to catch that after he is still dazed and confused. But, oh boy, Notre Dame potentially in field goal range. We don't know how good their kicker is, but 50 seconds left. A little counter now. Breaking tackles. Still going. Lauren Robertson. Oh boy, can Georgia get a stop? Jordan Whiting, the SFA player in the middle there, gets the tackle. Four and a half point favorites here for Notre Dame. They would cover. And oh, wait, they are just fine settling in for the field goal attempt now. To win the game, can Notre Dame do it to stay undefeated? This would be a massive out-of-conference win. I mean, they don't have a conference, so what am I saying? But boom, there it is. 2 seconds left. Georgia is losing. Oh, my God. Georgia. So all the SEC dick riders are shitting themselves today as they need a return for a touchdown to win this game. He breaks one. He's still going. Oh my, that was scary. Kennard Short, the SFA player, gave it an effort. But Notre Dame is going to take down Georgia. It is a no cover there for Notre Dame. And the under hits, so the sickos parlay. We're trying to go 2 for 2 is Jeremy McPherson, the field goal kicker galore. Single-handedly pretty much beats Georgia. That's what you love to see, folks. It's a good day when an SEC team loses. Game-winning drive as well. We almost never see the game-winning drives actually work. All right, folks, you know that what that means is we are now headed into our last game of BearCave. It is a big one. You got Michigan State and McNasty going against Northwestern and Coach Mush Brain. They've been going at it all day in the server, talking trash. McNasty, if you're here, let me know. Heads or tails, kick or receive. And remember, folks, we have game day coming up right after this, where at halftime we'll also be reviewing. No, we already did the Patreon Game of the Week. It is smack dab in the middle. All right, so if we look here, Clark got a 71-yard run. Heads and kick for McNasty here today. Ryan McBride, just a bad showing. That's going to drop you out of my first-round mock draft, my guy. Michael Clark, he popped off, but unfortunately, they're unable to do much else As we look at the defense, 4 tackles for loss. They did get an interception. Keelan Carroll, the SFA player. But not much here. Taylor Stockrider doing nothing. And then if we look at Bart Rogers, 26 of 42. Really not the best performance, but hey, got it done in the rain. Peter Woods, Joe Rust. Then on defense, Donnie Donowitz, SFA player. Taco Callahan, SFA player. DeAndre Jordan, SFA player. So all popping off here today. And yeah, what a game. Notre Dame stays undefeated. That's one team that normally loses those kind of games. They normally are always in the beat the bad teams, lose to the good teams bucket. But maybe this year is different. Player of the game is the kicker. You love when that happens. All right, McNasty said heads and kick. And because I did the media for this game, I'm gonna give him the white helmet because that's what McNasty wanted for his screenshot. So I just want to make it actually happen. All right, so let's get our poll going. Remember, this is the last one for BearCave. So who wins? There's no spreads in this or anything. Obviously, Michigan State is the favorite here. But if you pick Northwestern and you're right, you will probably get a considerable amount of Babanas. So you got 1 minute here. Get those Babanas ready. Go, go, go. So McNasty versus Northwestern, the young blood. 7-point spread. The over-under's 51. Going to be a wild game here. The Sickos parlay hits if Michigan State covers, so I will be cheering for Michigan State solely because money is on the line for me. Actually, I have multiple parlays on the line. I need one has Michigan State covering, and then one has just the Michigan State money line. So Northwestern could cost me $9,000 if they win this game. All my other ones have hit. So just a few more seconds here as this poll concludes, as BearCave is going to be concluding as well. And here we go, Michigan State. Both teams are undefeated, so we'll go to one less undefeated. Earlier, though, Wisconsin put up a fight, so we'll see if Northwestern can do it as well. They're at home today. Michigan State in the all-white alternates. There he is. Banks McBurnfinger won the Heisman in Season 10. Basically took an off year in Season 11 due to some lingering injuries. But he is back his junior year, ready to wreak havoc. He's currently the favorite, him and Vanilla Vic. Almost every submission had McBurnfinger in their lineup today. So if he doesn't do well, people in fantasy football do not do well. All right, so McNasty, he wanted heads and kick. No, this is at Northwestern Stadium. It is a weird-looking stadium, though. That's why they're building a new, it's like $1 billion stadium or something. Okay, so after the first quarter, an early lead for Northwestern. Oh, no. Come on, McNasty! What are you doing to me? Stop with the field goals. Where's the McBurnfinger 80-yard run, huh? Oh, they're losing here at halftime. Stop with the field goals! Thank you! Oh, my God. As we head to the fourth quarter, we are tied. There we go, Michigan State. There you go, McBurnfinger. He gets the touchdown. We get a stop. Come on. There it is. We get a long touchdown. All right. The lead is now 14 here. Can Michigan State finish it, please? McBurnfinger, I beg of you. Yes, on 4th and 1. Just give it to McBurnfinger every play. There he is. McBurnfinger single-handedly taking that drive to the house, and that's going to be the game. $38-24. Both of my parlays hit. I'm into the 20K range. Let's go. Do 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 do. All right, McBurnfinger once again popping off. It's like, how can you keep this guy out of the end zone? The thing is, you can't. You got Henry Green, Binks McBurnfinger, 160 yards, 3 touchdowns. Stop it, man. As you got McBurnfinger, Calvin Johnson as well. Anthony McCarthy got the long one. Chuck Lamas, he got 13 pancakes. And then on the defensive side, McBurnfinger got an interception as well. This man, what can he do? The 5'9", 245-pounder. He is a menace to society as well as Whopper. He got himself 2 tackles. Roscoe Cherry, 2 tackles. Insanity. Dave, you were definitely cooking pizzas because you were cooking on the field as well. You absolutely slaughtered LSU. As Ricky Foster, you got Anthony Brown here. Like, they played a good game. 24 is just in the 4th quarter. McBurnfinger just finally hit home and just ran all over him, and that's just kind of how he does it. That's what we've seen in years past. They keep it close or whatever, and then in the 4th quarter, McBurnfinger just bullies you. Yeah, I'll give McBurnfinger a point. So guys who go 2 ways, I give defensive points for defensive touchdowns and like either a fumble recovery or an interception. I don't give it for tackles or sacks. So yeah, he'll get an extra point there for the interception for sure. So all of my parlays hit this week. You love to see it. If you aren't submitting the Sickos parlay of the week, you are missing out on big money. I think that's 5 weeks now, and we are up we're going to be ending up about 9,000. So we just got to make sure there's 1 game left this week. I didn't miss any. Yes, sir. Week 5 is very close to being done. As per usual, let me pay out the Bobanos first here. Oh, man, a lot of money went on Michigan State. All right, so as always, we do a preview for Week 6. So if you're on Patreon, look for what you might want to see, and then game day as well. This game cannot be game day. I've already had game day, so Wisconsin, this will probably end up being on BearCave. Kansas, Iowa State, Georgia Tech, Boston College, Georgia, Tennessee, Georgia Southern, UAB, South Carolina, Kentucky, UCF, Southern Miss, Arizona State and Oregon, Cal, UCLA, UTEP, Kansas State, Ohio State, San Diego State, Arkansas, West Virginia will be fun. Coastal in Miami, Ohio. Ooh, Texas at Oklahoma, the Red River rivalry. Texas Tech, Western Michigan. We got an FCS game. Texas A&M, BYU. Texas State and ULM. How about ULM, baby? Houston, Memphis, LSU, Tennessee, and Arkansas State. Ole Miss against Vandy. Akron, Toledo, App State. Ooh, Clemson, Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech, 3-1, surprisingly. Notre Dame, you got, TCU and Missouri. 2 shitters. Nebraska, Oklahoma State. Minnesota and Iowa, that's a fun one. Miami, North Carolina. Florida, LSU, who just took a shit today. Battle of the winless, Wyoming and Colorado State. You got Florida State, Maryland. Some interesting games this week. Virginia's not going to be ranked, so this game probably won't be as hyped. Ohio and Ball State, that will be a fun one. And as we get down, I'm not really seeing any crazy fun game days, so this will be an interesting poll this week, I think. But yeah, so that's gonna end the stream. I'll be back in about 5 to 10 minutes for game day. So I'll see you guys in a few minutes. Thanks for watching as always.